I'm Richard Louv, and I'm from San Diego, California. Because they called and asked me. And they paid me to speak. No, they asked me to come to talk about the topic of the book that I wrote, which is, the book's name is Last Child in the Woods, and the subtitle is Saving Our Children from Nature Deficit Disorder. And that topic and that phrase has caught on in the United States and other countries as well. And so they asked me to come to talk about that here in relationship to the idea of healthy parks, healthy people, which has been a great conference, by the way. Basically, the fact that certainly in the United States and Australia as well, and many of the countries that are here, there's I think 35 countries represented here, in varying degree, kids are not going outdoors very much anymore. And that has big implications for their health, their psychological health, their physical health. Whether or not we'll have very many good conservationists in the future, it has implications for that. And it certainly has implications for the future parks. I think learning about solutions in other countries as well as my own to this, and how other cultures and countries are dealing with it. In addition to that, I think I am taking away a sense that this really is an international movement now. In the United States, there's been what has been called a movement to connect children with nature over the last few years, and it's involved about 71 regional campaigns, cities, states, provincial campaigns in North America just in the last 2 or 3 years. That's starting to happen in Australia as well. I'm going to Perth this week, I believe, and I know in Western Australia they're starting a campaign to get kids outdoors. But I think that this really does need to be seen as an international issue, and increasingly it will be, and conferences like this will make that happen. Well, I think they all have. Howard Frumkin, with the Centers for Disease Control, certainly, he's a friend of mine, so I'm prejudiced, but I thought his overview of the issues that were being faced and showing their interrelatedness of those issues was just brilliant. Kathleen Firth was just terrific from Harvard. Everybody has been. I've been very, very impressed. Well, I think that healthy parks, healthy people essentially suggests that we need to create environments that actually counteract some of the downsides of living in such a technological society. That, we need a society in which we are as immersed in the natural world every day as we are in technology. We don't have that now. And this is not a knock on technology, it's saying we're out of balance. Parks can play a huge role in making sure people have a sense of balance, and that has everything to do with health. Well, I've been speaking a lot about nature deficit disorder and about the need to connect children to nature. I'm going from here to England and Scotland to speak on this issue. I've spoken in the Netherlands and in other countries on it. The book has been translated into 9 languages, and it's in 13 countries so far. There is a deep concern about this issue, the disconnect between children and nature. And again, the idea of nearby nature, which parks are a part of, is every bit as important as wilderness, which parks are also a part of. But nearby nature provides us with more of a sense of balance where we live, work, and play. Well, I certainly hope that my own country follows the lead of Australia and England, and in many ways, my own country is doing great things. But we really need to begin to look at alternatives to antidepressants. I'm not against antidepressants, but you can only go so far down that road, particularly for children and young people. So I hope we begin to see that nature is not the problem, nature is the solution.